Hello and welcome back to another casual night chit chat show. Now, before we begin, I want to do a little test, and that is we're gonna play a game. That's right, it's a new game that got released like yesterday, and I want to take the opportunity to, kind of test it out. That's one. Do we have any game news that we can do today? Unfortunately, I thought I have a news, but not really. Okay, so let's see. What do we have on the gaming news? One of the things that I want to do also is I want to start playing, not say playing games, but I need to find a way to, what do you call this? Basically I have to play games. Okay, let's go straight up. And I want to test out my Steam Deck and of course my Asus ROG Ally X. Okay, we're gonna start putting into the stream, and then hopefully from there we can get something exciting. Okay, so yes, we're gonna start playing games on top of gaming news. And of course we still have our game dev, right? Game dev is still here for sure, because that is the next part. Okay, with some of the no, not say some, with the key implementation. Okay, and this is a very interesting thing, is that I can start rolling out the idea that I had for the past few years, or rather the idea that I have when I started making my own collection. All right, I'm still going to use the word digital collection. I am not going to use the word NFTs at all. And we're going to add utility. Now, not say we're going to add utility. The reason why it took so long is that I couldn't find a good way to implement what I want to implement without too much, okay, I won't say too much effort, but I don't want to put too much gatekeeping. We're going to talk about that, okay? So that's one thing. And we're going to take a little look at some of the gaming news. I have like one or two-ish per se. And unfortunately, this is the part, okay? I have to play those games, okay? One of the key thing that I've told myself is that if I want to talk about certain games, I need to play them to begin with. That's it. That is my bare minimum. At least play the game, buy the game, and then that's it. So last stream we have Crimson Desert. So today we're gonna take a look at one gacha game out there, and yeah. So without further ado, let's get into it first. It is the 7 Deadly Sins Origin. Yes, sirree. Alright, so I'm gonna put you in full screen mode for now. And I need to find a way to kinda let me work this overlay a little bit, okay? Because it's gonna be cool. Super cool. And provided that my game do not break, so I'm gonna stream the game, and at the same time, what do you call this? I'm gonna put my game on the side as well, and I want to talk about a few things, because some of the things that I want to implement actually came from playing gacha games in general. That's one. Number two, there are a few honorable mentions, especially on the Web3 space, because some of these games out there is like, okay, very interesting idea when it comes to implementing certain features. And that's it. That's the key thing. And I think it's a very good way to do so. In my opinion, I think that's very fantastic. So, without further ado, I start playing the game, and at the same time, we need to do one key thing. I need to set up my overlay. Okay, so this is the part where bear with me just a little bit, because I was busy doing some changes and updates to my game as well. So huge things are coming my way. Oh, not say my way, coming your way. And finally, after so many years, no, literally, like months is nothing. So literally years. And we want to still keep track on what Web3 games out there that still able to be played, and we want to revisit some of the games that I used to play, and I think they have a very good formula, just that execution wise maybe it's a little bit different, but then again their game plan might be a bit different. Okay, the goal of their game. All right, so let's start off with, okay, so game start, checkity check, and we're gonna just let it be for a little while because I need to launch my game. Okay, so bear with me, and that's really it. Wow, it is exciting. You know what? I wouldn't. Whew, I am very excited. Okay, let's see. The main game is up, so I need to put at least a game capture device. No, not a game capture device. What did I do? Ah, there we go. Okay. Yes, sirree, got you. And then I need to go underneath here. Okay. Ugh, come on. Come on. Yes, there we go. Tweak this a little bit. There we go. Alright, sweet. Okay, this thing works. Great. Now I need to clean this guy up. Okay, we need our... okay, let's see. I need to start playing my game, so I need to make a green screen. You know what? I think I need to put a green screen mode. Okay, so that's that. And here we go. Okay, game is live. Oops, I think I pressed the wrong thing. Yes, game is live. And then it should pop up in the screen, on the screen. Okay, it's loading on chat. Fantastic. And ta-da! Alright, cool, sweet. Okay, everything is working. There we go. I need to definitely clean up this, but for now, this is it. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna type register, and I will pop up, and then okay, scanning assets, and then once we scan assets, there should be another confirmation says, hey, you have the collection. So I'm gonna explain a little bit while playing the game. And first thing first, we want to start playing the game, and then we're gonna do a little bit of chitty chatty. So this is 7 Deadly Sins Origin. Now, one of the things is, obviously, this is a, how do you call this, open world adventure thingy, so this is very nice. I do like it. It is very similar to Genshin Impact, and that's that, okay? I'm not gonna hide it anywhere, so that's it. And let's see, use flame go campfire. Yeah. Now, one of the key things that I like this game in general is not the game itself, but a lot of things that we can learn in the gacha space if we want to implement something to do with what do you call this? Okay, there we go. Fix the audio. Oh, because the audio is too loud. Alright, light up fire. Okay, I'm not gonna talk too much about the game. I'm just gonna play a little bit, and that's it. Okay, so let's start playing a little. Cook food, blah blah blah. Alright, so what I want to do, obviously I can't do to this caliber of gameplay. Okay, I'm gonna say it straight. This is definitely way too much for me to handle as a solo dev. But if I can get to this, okay, not to say the quality, but if I can make a game like this, you know what, I'm done. It is one of the goals. Okay, so that's that. Now, one of the key thing is the game that I'm making is slightly gearing a little bit. I cannot use the word yet. Okay, one of the goals slash what you call this? dream, yeah, no, I'm gonna use the word dream first, okay? The goal and dream is to have a simple open adventure for my game. And one of the biggest reason why I want to do an open adventure style is for every time I drop a new digital asset for you to collect, it actually populates the world a little bit more. And that is the first thing that I want to talk about. A lot of people like to use the word utility and stuff. I don't like to use that because it really a lot of, how do I put it this way, a lot of projects out there made a lot of empty promises, and that is painful. Yeah, so I'm gonna lower down the what do you call this, the audio just a little bit, so that I can talk with relatively ease without you getting blasted with loud game audio. Give me a sec, let me adjust a little bit more. Okay, I think that's good. So the word utility is something that, not to say it's frowned upon. The original idea was good. Okay, the original paper idea was like, that's actually a very, very good idea. But unfortunately, abuse happens. That is, you can't run away. Abuse, player behave, not, I cannot use the word abuse, it's player behavior. You want to encourage certain player behavior, and you want to discourage some other player behavior as well. And unfortunately, on the Web3 space, there's too much, I won't say unregulated, but the whole idea of being in a Web3 space is technically anonymity and unregulated thingies. And this is the word that we need to actually rediscover, and that's the word gamify, right? Game finance. And what is game finance? Okay, is it earning, play to earn, and all those stuff? Sure, if it's play to earn and whatnot, then I've been saying a lot of all these things. What is play to earn? We have to redefine, not say redefine, we have to find a new meaning. So in a word, it's redefine. But because of player behavior, that's it. The whole problem is the player behavior towards gamify stuff. And you know what? People want to sell gold, they will sell gold. There's no way of running away, right? People will want to sell gold, especially when profits can be made. It's hilarious, okay? It's really, really hilarious. People will do it, okay? Okay, so this is the word where we have to try to negate as much as we can, which is bad player. No, I'm not saying bad player behavior, because it's technically not really bad player behavior. It's unintended player behavior, and anything that can be corrupted will be corrupted. All right, as much as you want it to be as I won't say pure. The word pure? No, I cannot use the word pure. As much as you want it to be like an ideal platform, an ideal meaning for it, but anything that can be corrupted will be corrupted. Yeah, straight up. Okay, even like, I'm going to use the most simple thing, right? Single player game. There will be people who wants to cheat, right? Minus the grind and whatnot. And then for multiplayer game, even more obvious, right? As long they can get advantage, they will get advantage. Straight up. And how is this important? No, it's not even important. It is the everyday problem. Yeah, single player game, people will mod, right? People will mod regardless. So instead of on one end, instead of encouraging people to mod, there are some things like, okay, you know what, you can have the freedom to do certain things, but at the same time, some things is frowned upon, especially on the live service portion. And that is the part where, unfortunately, the Web3 side is a little bit tough, because how can you regulate something that is anonymous. Straight up. Alright, that's why there's a lot of scams and whatnot on the Web3 space. And that is my number one reason why I don't want to go to that part of the... I don't want my collection and game to be a Web3 game. Like, that part, I don't want. Straight up. Alright, so that's that for the initial part. The next part is, alright, so we are playing 7 Daily Since Origin. Now this is a gacha game. Now I did say there are a few things we can actually learn from gacha games, and one of the things that we can learn is obviously number one, the quality of content. Now of course not all gacha games are created equal. Unfortunately, even within the gacha space itself, there are also a lot of unwanted. Can I use the word unwanted? No, people still will complain, and some of the reasons are warranted, and that is especially the, I don't want to use the word gambling, but in gacha, there's always a game of chance, okay? The only difference is how they want to word the game of chance. Now, the early days of gacha, it's always a random chance, okay? And later on, right, future gacha, I think it started with Genshin Impact, or rather Genshin Impact made it a little bit more, I would say, more accessible. So the pity system, right? So the pity system, that's where if you do, for example, if you spend X amount of pools, doesn't matter if you got the pools for free or you paid, if you spend until X amount, you are guaranteed to get the character or weapon or whatever item that you are aiming for, right? And of course, the chance is you can get it earlier. Okay, for example, let's say this character that I have, it is a 5-star, which also we want to talk about the rating system. This is the part where gacha games really make it, you know what, that's kind of doable on the, what you call this, on the Web3 side of things. And guess what? There's one game that actually utilized this a little bit interesting, and that is Cosmic Clash. We want to take a look at Cosmic Clash later and see how they are doing. Alright, so with that, so for example, a 5-star character, in order to unlock the character, usually they call it a feature character on a feature banner, which is usually on a schedule. Now this part I like. On one end, maybe not the best, but it gives people some anticipation and I would say preparation. But this is because there is an in-game currency that you can collect, and after that you can cash in. I won't say cash in, you can use those currency for pools and get the character that you want for free. That's the fun bit, okay? And unfortunately, a lot of game Web3 projects out there, they are using that instead of getting the characters for free as long you play. No, it's just pay. Right, it's literally just pay. Even though they say pay to own, it's literally pay to win. Because if you don't pay, you will never get the character. And that is something that I, not to say initially I don't like it, but I was trying to understand how much of a bad behavior that you can get. And at the end of the day, that's one of it. And to make things worse, okay, this is not partially it's the game itself, okay. Oh no, before we go to that part, because the next part is basically power crap and power creep, power crap, however you're gonna say it. You want to get your expansion, you want to have not say legality, but you want people to keep on buying packs. Alright, and this is the part that the gachas game does it well, in my opinion, compared to any of the Web3 games out there. And that is that is how to manage the power level of the character. And if we are talking about TCG style, now again, these are usually on the TCG side of things as well, and it is interesting. Yeah. That's for sure. So one of the key thing is that Give me a sec. I need to turn off the friend list. If people keep signing in and out, it's gonna be hilarious. So, yeah. Let's see. Where is my pause? There we go. Pause. Now I need to turn that off. One of the things is very straightforward, privacies and whatnot. That's it. That's really it. Okay. No, it's here. Okay. Give me a sec while I do this. Actually, one of the things is I need to do this as well because we want to minimize. Like, no? How do I do that? Oh my goodness, I don't know how to do it. Ugh. Okay. Wow, no. Anyway, back to story at hand. Other than this is where was I? Power crab. You know what? I can't figure out. I'll figure out this later. Okay. Now we're gonna play a little bit more, and we're gonna go to the most important part, and that is the gacha things of sight, right? So how I wanna handle this part. If I were to implement this type of mechanic, how I want to do it, and that's that. Okay. So with that being said, yeah, the one thing that not say lots of people want to do, but the main thing that every project wants is how can I get a steady stream of income? And this is where the gacha game right now, it makes more sense in this portion, whereby the base game is free. Yeah, guess what? This game is free on Steam, and you can play it on mobile as well. Mobile, I'm not so sure. I need to double check because right now it's available on Steam and it's available on PlayStation 5. Literally free. Okay, free to play. And that's it. So to make people play for free, not say play for free. To encourage people to play the game, obviously you need a good story, straight up. And if you don't have a good story, you need interesting character, game mechanic and whatnot, because every gacha game out there you will get one or two gacha games that will be very similar. The only difference is it would be the gameplay. No, I won't say gameplay. I would say if gameplay wise, there's only a handful of gameplay wise that you can do on a gacha. Because for example, like trading card game, it's always gonna be that type of formula. You can't run away in a way. So that's why I meant. And in order for people to keep playing the game, is content. Yeah. And unfortunately, this is the part where it's the most difficult thing. A lot of Web3 games has no, if not, okay, no, I have to I have to restructure that sentence. Little to no content. In fact, I would say most Web3 game out there has zero content. The only thing you have is gameplay. Alright? Point in case, sadly, my game content is very lightweight. Okay? In fact, some could even say I have no content as well. Which, you know what? I'm not gonna say no. Yeah, it most likely is. And that is painful. Because yeah, that's it. That's really it. Then that's the key thing. As much as I don't want to admit, it is. Right? It really is. Oh wow, I can stand on a tree like that. Okay. Yeah, truth to be told. Okay, content is king. And then unfortunately, to have content, you need a steady stream of income as well. But at the same time, your initial content is something that a lot of projects out there, especially on a Web3 project, did not even bother to do. Yes, it is expensive. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. you need at least an initial investment, and then after that you can see if you can get back your investment or not. A lot of Web3 games out there that I've seen so far, in fact I've seen all of the Web3 games out there so far, they all requires a, okay, you know what, except for one, for now, except for one, that is Rec League. They ask for money first, which is buying, minting whatever pack, starter pack, whatever it is, and then only gives you the content, which initially, well, of course I operate in the Kickstarter way of stuff. So Kickstarter is like, all right, please help us fund the game, blah blah blah, and then in order to fund the game, all right, so for Kickstarter you just give money and that's about it. For Web3 project, at least you walk away with a JPEG, okay, a commemorative JPEG if the project fails, because even Kickstarter has, no, actually not even, Kickstarter started with all these scam projects where you put money and then you get no project or broken promises. Sadly, in the Web3 space, it is also the same thing, and yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. I wouldn't, I couldn't sugarcoat it, okay? And I don't want, I have to admit, it is bad. I try to avoid all these things as best as I can. So that's just me. Yeah, I really want to avoid all these things. So I'll do the other way. I'll do the basic of basic. All right, get a game out, and if people want to play, great. If people don't want to play, you know what? That's my target audience. That means my game is not good enough. That's it. That's really it. Okay, so I think we reached to the point. Let's see. The point that I'm making is a lot of games out there, you're just buying JPEGs in general, and yeah, I want to avoid that. So for my collection, so my game will be standalone. Whether you collect my digital collections or not, or digital assets, doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter, okay? There's zero need for it. Of course, if you collect, it'll be cool, and you should be awarded a little bit, right? It is. Oh, okay, I was about to say pay to win, right? Pay to win, blah blah blah. Huh. I kind of got lost over there. What I'm saying is I want to incorporate the digital collection to my game, and I don't want it to be pay to win, right? But I want still to show, I want to show appreciation. Like if you spend time and collect a set, you should get some cool visual effects or skin or something, right? Something. That's it. That's really it. Okay, cool. All right, so with that, I want to showcase the gacha mechanic, all right? So we did say, unfortunately, content requires money, but the money back to it is a cycle, all right? It is a cycle. Unfortunately, this is the part that I strongly, I'm not say believe, but I strongly, not say recommend. How is the word? You know what? Strongly believe and strongly adhere, so that not so that the risk, all right, the risk of a game project, doesn't matter if it's a free to play game or a paid game. Actually, no, you know what? Games in general, video games, okay? The risk that the developer has to take is providing the base game first. That's it. All right, you should not get paid before the game is being while the game is being made. Yes, there are early access and whatnot. Early access, I will go as far as says, okay, you know what, that early access right now, if done right, is actually a much better than Kickstarter and stuff, which means you still need to take the initial risk, and that is you need to create the game first, then only you can ask for money. All right, so I am a proponent, I think that's the word, proponent, or rather encourages. No, I'll stand behind this statement. Okay, any game out there, if you want to make a game, if you want to if you want to make game and make profit and sell and whatnot, okay, you need a base game. You need to show something before you can ask money. And that is out of all the experience I have from Web3 games, Kickstarter games, and early access. Now, early access is the middle ground that I think it's tolerable. Now, the only difference is the price tag of the game as well. Because if you're going to sell early access at full price, okay, and that's we're going to talk about price tag, which is crazy. And with that, let's go to this little thing. All right, so the price tag is very, very important. And in this case, we are going to talk about the gacha style of pricing before we go to the no, let's start off with the standard pricing of stuff. So the standard pricing of any game out there, I would say, all right, if you want the air quote triple A game price tag, I would still stick to $69. That's US dollars, right? $69.99, so 70 US dollars. In fact, $70, some argue it might be a bit too much as well. But hear me out. Because of inflation and whatnot, $60 for a digital game is actually very, very, in my opinion, it's, you know what, it's okay-ish, okay? It could be just a little bit lower. Now, because a lot of people compare this to the good old days of gaming where you pay 59, 69, but that's different. That one you get a CD or a cartridge if you're on a Nintendo or Sega side, or especially console. And guess what? Those are not digital. Not saying that those are not digital. I can easily play back those games without patch and whatnot. All right, as it is, I can play the game as it is. Just pop it into a console, boom, done. And sadly, a lot of these days, the games are live servicey thing, especially with all the DRM and whatnot, which is painful. In my opinion, it's still painful. And something I have to admit is that is the nature of digital distribution of games. It's like, do you really own the game? And that goes to the question as well of collection, like digital collection, especially on the Web3 side. Do you really own the assets? That is something that I want to draw a line, and I want to do a, not to say a soft announcement, but at least a soft announcement, like how I want to tackle this digital age of digital asset, digital ownership. Play to own is something that I frown upon as of this year. This year, officially, in fact, today I will announce this. I frown upon play to own, no, play to earn. The play to earn part, the in the Web3. Okay, this one needs a little bit of explanation. So before we go to that part, because it's a huge long list. Before we go there, okay, so we have the price tag, okay? The price tag of a typical game, let's cap it at $69.99. If they want to move to $79.99, you know what? We're going to talk about the price of a digital video game. However, Web3, wow, crazy. Web3 game is charging like what? $100, $200 for a starter pack? No, that's no. Any Web3 game out there, especially if they still exist this year, okay? Onwards, I do not and I will not recommend any game out there on the Web3 side that costs more than $19.99. That is $20. Because if you're not pushing gacha game type of quality, and gacha games is free to play, $20, yeah, that's it, right? And that is on top. Haha. That is on top that you need a game to show first. If you're just showing white paper and say, yeah, we can make this type of game, give us $20 or more, no, I'm not bothered. Okay, I'm not bothered, straight up. Because I got burned way too much. I not say hopeful, like, you know, I want to be nice and say, okay, maybe. No, like I said, if things can be corrupted, people will corrupt it. That is not cool. Okay, so with that, let's move on to the gacha game of stuff. So in gacha games, you always have a regular banner regular banner. As long as you play the game, you can always pick up. So in this case, I have 10, and that is just by playing the game, right? That's it. And to top it off, it says here, SSR guaranteed within 80 draws, which means once you hit 80, you are guaranteed. However, there is, this is the fun bit about gacha game, there is a chance for you to get your heroes earlier. So at the same time, look at all the percentage here, crazy, right? All the odds, right? Just because you hit 80 does not mean you get the character that you want. Which is painful. That is why you want to go for the limited banner-esque. And then usually they will hide, okay? Not say hide. Usually they will put the limited banner as the best possible character that you can get. Hold on a sec. They did not write it? Okay, probably not this banner, because they did write. Some they're gonna be more descriptive, right? Greatly increased chances for Melodious to appear. This is the main one of the main characters for this anime, right? Wow, no, they didn't write. They did not write. That's not cool. Okay, that's mine. That's the stuff that I got. No, what's this? Yep, not bothered with this in general, but we're gonna go and take a look at the price tag of the gacha game because this is important. And for a free-to-play game, usually they will always recommend the I'll call this the monthly pass, right? If you want to support the game, monthly pass, and guess how much it is? $7. $7 just to support, and I think that's okay, right? And this is, I think this is in Canadian dollars, okay, not US dollars. US dollars usually is a bit cheaper, like $5. $5 a month, and this is the part a lot of people don't understand. Not say don't understand. It can be predatory at times, okay? So apparently, after so many gacha games out there, like $5 is the one that people don't really mind putting it. So yeah, we got 6. Okay, so assuming this is all Canadian dollars, right? 7, 113. Yeah, you know what? This is all Canadian dollars. And guess what? If you want to get a special weapon, it's only $1.39. Okay, that's selection. So that's cool. But the one I want to go to is actually no, don't care about skins, don't care about this weekly purchase. Of course, you got that. They want to force you to buy most expensive one possible once a day. You're gonna grab this guy for free. And this is the thing. This is a thing that if you want to do a Web3 game in general, you know what? I'm gonna say this. Web3 game, especially a live service game, give people the reason to come and play your game, even especially without spending. Okay, that's the key thing. Without spending. That is the most important thing. Alright, so let's start off with the currency. So this is the in-game currency. No, sorry, this is the cash currency. That's what people call it in the gacha game. And this is how much will you get. Now, obviously, if it's your first time spending, they will give you, like, in this case, they give you double, right? If not, you're gonna get only 12,200, and this is $140 Canadian dollars. So if I directly convert to US dollars, it's $100, because that's how I know. Usually they'll put 99 cents, $5. They don't usually like, usually the one in the middle they like to do is like, you know, $15, $20, $25. So that's why it's like so weird, the number. 21, $40 makes sense, $70 makes sense, 140 okay, but yeah. So this is definitely Canadian dollars. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to do a quick calculation. This is 12,200, assuming this is not your first, this is after your first time purchase. And we want to go through this. 120 draws to get your guaranteed character, assuming your luck is the worst of the worst. Straight up, okay? This is guaranteed. SSR guaranteed within 80 draws. Now this is wait, hold on a sec. Interesting. They're using a different way. Because usually 80 means there's a pity system. It's a 50-50. You might not get the character that you within an 88 within 80 draws, you still need to, you know, get a 50. You need to win, air quote, the 50-50. This is Genshin's stupid thing, right? I don't like it anymore. Early on, it was okay-ish because you are new to the whole gacha thing. All I need to do is just play the game. But what if people want to spend money and blah blah blah? So, it becomes a big headache. So I would say cap it, like if it's 80 draws to guarantee a hero, it should be the hero that you want to pick up. Okay, let's put it this way. If they want to implement this. And with that, we're going to count, we're not going to bother with 80 draws, we're going to be bothered with the 120. Okay, let's use the 120, because 120 you get the bonus. So you technically can end up with two characters. This is going to be interesting. Okay, before we go to that, let's use 120 draws for the sake of calculation. Okay, so if I'm going to draw 10, not enough star memory, go to shop. Okay, so we have to go to shop and buy because we don't have enough stuff. So let's go here. Let's go to the exchange shop. So we want to hunt for the star fragment. Now the star fragment, ooh, interesting. All right, so we have all this different stuff. No, we only care about this guy because this is the main item that you want to buy. Now, unfortunately, it did not show me the price of the main currency, so I don't want. Hey, I don't want this. I want to see how much. Usually, it's a 1-to-1. Okay. Star memory paid, star memory free. Aha, there we go. A mysterious fragment. Blah 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 blah. We don't care about that. Did I miss out something? Bundles, growth. Okay, there we go. There we go. Weekly. No, this is not. This is definitely not. Wow, they didn't show. Because usually you get to... Okay, hold on a sec. Really? They don't allow me to check? Okay, I'm gonna say this. Let's assume it's a 1-to-1, right? Basically, if I click this guy, no, I suppose I should be able. Yeah, come on. Product reset notice. No, nobody cares about this. Elite token. No. No, it's not even this as well. No, this is not. This is other stuff. There's too many currencies here right now. Way too many currencies. Oh my goodness. Bonus. Yeah, no. Okay. I want to put this on screen. That's the reason why. No. Red info, no. I want to press draw. Go to shop, move. Yeah, it says not enough. So they're supposed to show me how much it costs. Usually it's a 1-to-1. Usually, but I don't think it's 1-to-1 because it makes no sense to charge you $1.39 or $1 for 120 star memory. And that's that. That's the reason why. They really did not say here. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do a quick little Google search. And I want to get back with this. Alright, it is very, very important. Okay. 7 daily scenes. Origin. Pool price. Because that's the most important thing. Okay. Alright, how PT and Gacha works in 7 Deadly Sins. Origin, that one we don't really need to do anymore because it's very straightforward. Within 80 pool, if you lose the 50-50, you need to pool again. However, the game is kind enough, instead of doing a double 80-80 pool, if you really am that bad, they give you, okay, you know what, halfway on your next 40 pools, if you still don't get it, we will give it to you. Alright, so that's the reason why they put that 120 pools bonus. Like that is like that. Okay, however, I want to check this. Right, gacha system explained, because if they don't have a what do you call this? If they don't have a PT system, no, 50-50, not PT, 50-50, that is fantastic. That is super, super good. All right, so with that being said, let's go to the permanent. Okay, permanent banner, we are not bothered. We want to go for, where is the, come on, in-game currency. This is annoying. This is annoying indeed. Oh my goodness. All right. But then again, you know what? I want to be very, very clear because I think this is a very nice thing. If I want, if, okay, this is a big, big if. Big, big if. All right. Okay, pick up hero, limited. Let's go for the limited. PT system in gacha games refer to the mechanic where a certain number of pools players are guaranteed to receive a character, right? Like I said. So 7 Deadly Sins Origin has 2 distinctive PT mechanics. Okay, they have 2. So it's hero banner, pickup, and new encounter. All right, and then skin banner. Oh my goodness, there's so many things. Okay. Pickup hero, which is the featured hero right now that you're seeing on screen, is that pickup hero bonus for limited feature hero during its period after accumulating 120 pools. This bonus doubles the feature hero pool rate, significantly increase your chance of obtaining them, but does not guarantee the limited hero at a specific pool count. Huh. However, once you reach the 80th pool, you are guaranteed to get one SSR. No, don't care about that. From its pool of characters. Note that the draw from new encounters regular banner do not contribute. Yeah, that's normal. New encounters. No, we don't care about new encounters. Okay, so that means once you hit 80, yeah, does not guarantee the limited hero at a specific pool count. Huh. That means 88, once you hit 80 pool, it's a 50-50 whether you get the featured hero or not. Alright, so let's take a look at the rate info. 0.4%. This is the normal pools. That's the reason why they usually have an extra line and says once you reach to a certain part, whether you get or don't get, and this is horrible. Alright. Boo hoo hoo, 7 Deadly Sins, you didn't have that at all. That is terrible. That is terrible, because usually they must put this information out. Very, very important. They did not put this information out. That is bad. Okay, nobody cares about this part. Announcement. We want to read. We really, really want to read. And I will do a small little announcement later for my collection. And there we go. All right. Wow, nothing much. Updates. Mission run. No exclusive. No. Pick up. Okay. Hopefully they write something here. Okay, there we go. During the timeline collide, SSR, blah blah blah. Alright, from the PlayStation 5 system on our Steam early play beginning, March 16, which is yesterday. Upon your first login, blah blah blah, 21 days. After 21 days after login, screen will no longer be available. That's normal. Okay. The hero pickup SSR guaranteed within 80 draws. 50% chance of the pick. Yeah, there we go. 50-50. Boo. Alright, so the draw count towards unacquired pickup hero will not reset and will carry over another hero pickup. Resets once when a pickup hero is obtained. So there we go. If you hit 80 draws, you are guaranteed an SSR hero, or you know what? A chance. 50-50. If you don't get it, then by the time you hit 120 pools, you are guaranteed with the selected banner hero, basically the promoted hero, straight up. Let's see. I need to be sure. The 120th draw bonus system guarantees the pickup hero. So there we go, straight up. All right. So 120 is the guarantee. This is like the most that you could spend. All right. So there we go. You already own SSI. You can purchase. Don't care about this. Trial event. Not bothered. Not bothered. Not bothered. Okay, so they did not type about the currency of things, which is bad. Which is very, very bad. I want the currency, and that's that. Okay. So I want to know the exchange rate. And I don't, okay, so star fragment and star memory. All right, so we want to take a quick little check on this. So I'm going to do a quick little Google search. Star memory and star fragment. And star fragment. Okay, because we want to do definitely we want to do a final calculation. Okay, star memory and star fragment. Okay, because usually it's 1-to-1. Usually, okay, usually. I just want to be very, very sure on this. Okay, gacha system 50/50, blah blah blah. No, no, no. 120 poo, first copy of the limited character guaranteed. 160 guaranteed for every duplicate after the first copy. Dupes, yeah. Okay, so that's normal. Game pools, no, not bothered, not bothered, not bothered. Okay, star fragments. This is 4,300, but that's the one pools. 300 equals one pools. No, I want star memory, not star fragment. This is star fragment. I'm not bothered with star fragment. I want star memory. They did not write anything. That is not anything. Exchange rate. I'm gonna call it rate. No, star fragment pools. Start using. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's see. 7 deadly scenes. No, 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 no. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Alright, there we go. How a gacha system. Gacha types. I don't want gacha types. I want the rates. No, I don't want that rate. I want the currency rate. Come on, give me the currency rate. You bastard. Because I'm gonna assume it's 1-to-1, okay? I'm gonna assume to 1-to-1. How many stuff? I need to be very, very precise, okay? How much star per pool? Okay, there we go. Doesn't have anything. Didn't even say anything. You bastard. Why? Why didn't you? Because it did say only this. You can either use 300 star fragments, 5 stigmata crystalloids, or 50 stigmata fragments to get 1 ticket. But I don't care about this. I care about the shop thingy. Star memory. Star memory. I typed the wrong thing. Okay, that's on me. That's really on me. Star memory. Okay, there we go. Star. No, I don't want. I want memory. Come on. Why nobody says that? Why nobody says that? Because I think it's All right, 70. This is origin. All right, go for the original. Okay. Star memory 300. How much? I really want to know the price. I really want to know, and I don't want to buy. The reason I'm doing all this is I don't want to buy. All right. Okay. How much cost per pool? Rate up, because it is supposed to be 1-to-1. Okay, from what I know it's 1-to-1, but I want to be super sure. Super sure. Okay, spending guide. Let's see. I don't think I want to go there. They really did not say anything. Okay, let's assume it's 1-to-1. Okay, let's assume it's 1-to-1. Star fragment. Yeah, didn't say anything. Bastards. Alright. Okay, you know what? Just for sake of calculation, let's assume it's 1-to-1, which means 300 star memory per pool. So 300 times 120. So 360. We are looking at 36,000. That's why it makes no sense. 36,000 star memories. Okay, that means 36 of this guy, right? 36 of this guy. And if we are talking about 36k, okay, and let's go to the price tag. 36, which means we have to buy this 3 times. So $300, or rather in this case, if we look at Canadian dollars, it is $420 for a guaranteed character. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for sure. So that's it. That's the point I want to make. Okay, $300. Let's use US dollars. $300 for a guaranteed character, and on top of that, you don't need to buy it. You can get it for free as long as you play the game throughout the time they are gonna be. You definitely can get the star fragment from patch to patch, and then usually every month they give you enough money to do at least I would call it a full 80 pools in most cases, which means you, for every patch, which is usually 3 months depending, most games are generous enough to say, hey, you know what, you can try your luck and get a 50, not say try your luck, they give you enough currency to do 80 pools, right? And that is within per patch. So every patch you are getting, like, air quote, a value of $300. I'm just putting this, right, because not all gacha games are created equal, and I need to be very sure on this. Okay, but then again, this is it, right? You get to play the game for free, and if you play every day, do your daily quests and whatnot, that's also another huge topic by itself. If you do your daily quests, you don't need to, as long as you're active, this is the thing, as long as you're active, you don't need to pay, no, not pay, I cannot use the word pay. If you're active for be playing the game will reward you for every patch a chance to get a character, or enough currency to get a character. And the nice part is you can accumulate this to whichever character you want to pull. So that's the fun bit, right? So that means we have seasonal, we have strategies, we have a lot of stuff, and that what makes gacha games a little bit more enticing for regular players to play. That's what I want to say. It gives you enough, not say enough, it gives you the motivation to play. because of that. That's it. That's what I want to say. And that takes quite a lot to get to that point. Oh my goodness. But you know what? I think I had fun a little bit, talking certain things and play. And of course, we want to play more games because we want to keep on understanding a lot of things and things to come for sure. Now, with that, let's move on to the most important thing, and that is the game showcase. Now, for starters, for the main Twitch game that I'm making with the Twitch bot and whatnot, the answer is I am starting to implement. Haha, there we go, fun thing. I'm starting to implement the what do you call this? The check-in. No, not check-in. The wallet loading utility. That's right. So we are gonna have some cool stuff, and I want to integrate with it. Yeah, straight up. Okay, so where is my hello? Where is my what do you call this? Where's my Unity? It's missing. Oh my goodness. Okay. No, this is not. Okay, this is technically it, but not this. There we go. Okay. Okay. Hold on a sec. I need to rename some of this stuff. Okay. Okay, there we go. Gonna lock it. There we go, lock it. Done. All right, sweet. Sweet. Now we got this. And then there we go. Not bothered with this guy. Okay. Okay, cool. And then what we're going to do is, okay, we already loaded this guy. Now we want to get our chat mode. This. Nope, wrong one. Yes. Coding side. Ta-da! All right, cool. So let me showcase this part first. Now, every time you want to come and take a chit chat with me on Twitch, I've implemented a system where you guys can check in. Now, this gives the game a little bit more, collecting a little bit more, I won't say purpose, but gives you at least some utility. And this is a thing that I have been pushing a lot for other games or other Web3 project that I'm active on. All right, a lot of people keep saying that, oh, we're gonna give you utility, but what is utility if I can't utilize it? That is the problem. So every time if you want to come and chit chat, you can always you have to register, and then once you register, obviously because I have my wallet tied into it, if you don't have, you can always just register your own wallet. Now I do use Wax wallet for now. This is only exclusive a Wax wallet, and I think you can use Anchor wallet as well. I need to double check on that. This is a non-destructive, non-intrusive. Yeah, this is just read only, so no permission is needed. I don't need permission. I don't need your wallet access. That is the key thing. Okay, I don't need, and you do not need to give me permission at all. I am not gonna do anything about it other than says, hey, what is in your wallet? That's it. Now, with this implementation, now I can start putting certain things in it, whereby I can start scanning special items. I can start scanning collection that you have collected from me, and I'm gonna reward you by giving some cool visuals on your avatar when you check in. Unfortunately, I don't have anything right now, so mine is like naked, bare bones. So that's it. And with that, now I have started to implement this on the single player game. That's right. So the utility that I want to showcase to you guys, that I want to give to you guys, is you have the option to access the assets. That's right, because I model myself and I can implement things easily on my side with this new found knowledge. That is here right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup on my code, because once you get into this, you can actually check your wallet. Yeah. So in this case, now I have an error because of the things that I'm writing right now. So that's sad. I'm gonna reset. Okay. So gonna do this, so that we can get a new fresh thing up and running. All right, so not good. Okay. Let's see. I have a lot of errors right now. I need to clean this up. Okay, so let's start off with this. Let's see, out of range. No. Okay. No, I need to figure out a way to fix this. Game manager. New game. Play. Ah, okay, yeah, I need to do new game. Okay. Still not. No, is it 13? No, it's here. It's here. It's this guy over here. Okay. Before we do new game, we need to resave game. Check and load. Alright. Avatar. Game manager. Blah blah blah. Alright. New game. New game. New game setup. Okay. New game setup. That's all this fancy stuff. Happiness. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. Why did it say 0? Why did it say 0? Alright, let's check it out. Okay, not bothered. I'm just gonna do something for fun. I'm just gonna write new wallet. And then I want to see where these things show. Okay, no, it did not save. Alright, cool. That means under this system, blah, 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 it did not save this part. Save file, okay, save game. Oh, okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check. Nope, single player save file exists. That's it. That's all I care. And it's not saving because I am enabling player pref. This guy. Enable. So if I enable this, player pref save. Okay, so it'll be down here. Load. There we go. Populate data. Yes, sorry. Which we have our populated data over here, but when we save data, we also have our save data over here. This is interesting because now save count 0 doesn't pop out. And in this case, 13. why do I want to use 13 the count? Right, because of 13 over here. 13 means 14. Index always starts with 0, so it's usually 13 plus 0. That means the next one should be 14, because this one has... Okay, so assuming this is 0 count, right? 0, that means 14, which is 14 over here. 14, 14, 15, right? That's it. Yeah. Okay. So we need to save when we reset, right? When it goes for new game setup. So new game setup will set up all of this. Perimeters, okay. Single player system. Single player system, save game. There we go. It should do that. Okay. No idea. No idea what's happening right now. Yeah, this is a puzzle that I was busy trying to figure out what's happening. Because if I need to get this. I really need to get this up and running. Okay. Okay, new game. Right? New game. It straight away goes to this part. Straight away goes to populate data. Why? Why populate data? Single player save file. No. It still gives me game status avatar level 2. So it did not give me a full clear of the new game. So new game have to, yeah, we have to delete. Okay. So what we're gonna do is this. Okay, so new game. Demo mode. This is not demo mode. Not demo mode. If single player save file, game status file. Alright, so that means we have all the save systems set up already. Now we don't care. Oh, okay. Okay. I think I know where. I think I know where. Alright, so what we're going to do is we want to reverse this part. Alright, so start. Make this not demo mode. Okay, so sequence check. New game sequence check. Game sequence save game sequence check / new game. Alright, so obviously new game check is first, right? / priority. So we always want to check if we have new game checked or not. So, and that would be the new game debug mode. If the answer is yes, we do. Oh. If yes, we do. Is this no? Yeah, there we go. This big. If yes, this big. Else we load. Game. If not, yeah, new game check. All right, there we go. That's it. That's it. So new game true. And then after that, save game check, even in title. All right, so we can delete all of this. Yep, doesn't matter. Then only we load data. Load data. Okay, load data only when. Okay, why? Yeah, there we go. Load data. We got all this fancy stuff over here. Single player. All right, cool. Don't care about this for now. We care about that. Load data if there is data. So what we're going to do is if new game true. Okay, if there's no save game, again, if there's no save game, we want to make new save. Okay, and that's the reason why this is here. Okay, there we go. Because here right now the logic makes no sense. Like it straight away checks here, and then because if we have an existing save game, it will just doesn't matter. So we want what we need to do is we want to have this. Once it goes on game debug, then we want to go check all this and then load, done. Okay, so this would fix our major problem. Okay, waiting for the script to compile. Now, if I manually do a new game check, it will do this. And then after that, we need to fix the reset button as well. All right, so new game check. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Still goes here. Why? 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 Okay, to make things easy, let's do a quick little. I need to do a few validation right now. Okay. Total new game. Okay. No save file, get save files now. And then wallet to string. Okay, no. All right. Okay. All right, no save file, check. Get building save is null. Instance. Okay, so that means we are not getting this single player save data. Single player save data. Okay, single player save file. Okay, yeah, we want access to this single save data. And then this new is go all the way down. Save spot, wallet exists, wallet. So we want to check this guy. Yeah. So what happened? What happened? I don't know. Out of reference. Out of reference. Okay. Okay. That means it's still back to this guy over here. Add. We need to add to string. Okay, double check a few things. Okay, delete all, single player load game. Single player system. We need to save first. Okay, so if total new game. Without deleting audio, that's one of my small little notes that I need to do. Master load game parameters. Okay, no, delete all, save a new slot. Okay, so what I need to do is to u and save game. Single player, save system, save game. That way we'll save everything we need to. Okay, save game. Save game. And then we don't care about you. Okay, because now we have our new system over here. we can avoid some of this stuff down here. So we want to do a little bit of cleanup. Whew, just like that. For one simple extra perimeter. Okay, clear. Okay, so done. Done with the first set, and by default, I should see an entry for the wallet, but I don't because of here, down here. Add single player save file, save data, wallet to string. I don't need, right? I don't need. Read slot and build clear, save file, blah blah blah. Okay. Single player save file, character string at list, save file, save data, which is here, and then string wallet. Yeah, there we go. It's here. It's here. We already have it. So it should say on my... I'm going to say this, okay? The moment I shut down the stream, I stop streaming, it will automatically work for some reason. Can guarantee this. Which is both good and bad at the same time. Okay, 15 is 0. See it. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. So sweet. Okay, and then no, don't care about you. Load. Load? No load. Okay, cool. Don't care about that first. All right, sweet. That's what I want. I want this. Now, once we have this, which is good, right here, oopsie, right here, and then as long we're not doing new game, we should be good. So, no need total new, no, we can do total new game, but we don't need this check anymore. Okay, next up is when we check, I need to clean this up, big note. Sequence cleanup. Okay. And then we need, yeah, we need this as well. Global data delete. Okay, don't care. Go all the way down here. All right, so when we request register wallet, blah, 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 it will go through the Wax API thingy, which I've showcased you, which is here. Now, next up is put down here, down here, and then we need to get the wallet that you request, and the wallet is string URL. I don't want the string URI. What I want is reference. Okay, yeah, I purposely put some spelling errors because my spelling is horrible. But the whole reason is, if people were to copy my script, well, it's my script. Okay. There we go. Wallet ref. All right, cool. So if I do everything correctly, oh, basically I was typing script and I forgot to change the screen. Bloop. I forgot. Okay. No, it was very simple because I already have all of them written out. I just need to add on a few things. Okay, so if everything works correctly, the moment I type this, it would show wallet loaded, and it should show some of the key things that I want to see. Unfortunately, it's on my back end, so you can't really see much over here. Okay, load, collection, loaded. Okay, unfortunately, there's no save. Oh no. All right, at least you get to see the collection loaded notification. There we go. Next up is here. Okay, blah blah blah, and then we should save Save game again. So in this case, I need to copy you and paste you. Okay, done. Done. Okay, so gonna go back here again. Switch back. And once I get this up, oh boy, lots of things is open from on my end already. And unfortunately, I want to talk about something on the gacha side that I can implement using what I've... You know what, I'm going to leave this for another day. This is going to be one of the collection game mechanic that I want to test out and see how I can do it my way. Okay. Press this and my backend should register. And yes, backend registered. Cha-ching. Okay, cool. So once backend registered, now what I can do is if I were to load, okay, if I were to load, it should, I don't need to enter my wallet again if I need to, but that is usually if I do a reset, right? This is only if I do a reset. With that, now I can go back to this guy. Quit game, game reset. Okay, new game setup. When it says new game setup, what does it do? New game setup right here. Exactly the same thing. Okay, the only difference is the wallet perimeter. So I need to yeah, grab you, grab both of you, and I want to type. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Wallet access 0 and no wallet. There you go. Okay, sweet, cool. That's for new game setup. For load game, so blah blah blah. Yeah, we want to fix this later. So once we load game, game says status, game loaded, so we load data, blah 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 blah. And then next up is load buff, load buff, load game, load wallet. If in this case I'm going to use single play system, save file. This is no, not wallet. Single player save data. There we go. Wallet exists is more than 0, then okay, turn off UI, scan wallet for collection visual stuff. Alright, so this is mainly for in the game. So once we scan certain collection, some things will extra pop up in the game. It is more of a visual treat for you guys out there. Okay, so wallet UI and wallet index. So these two things. There we go. Wallet UI. So in this case, instead of using get wallet, we can do this another way. Okay. Collection. And then we want to get string, get wallet equals single player. And this is wallet. Done. All right, done. That's it. That's it for this part. Oh, and I forgot to change. So basically we add one more thing over here when we load wallet. Yeah, there we go. keep forgetting to change my... Alright, sweet. So everything is good. Now when I press play, since my wallet is registered, it's saved on the save game, and now it should say no. Let me double check. It says no wallet. Oh. Alright. Collection loaded. Changed. Okay. Now let's play again. It automatically goes to new game. It automatically, so why? Why goes to new game? Because we did not do total save. Okay, we did not do total save. We are not on demo mode. We are not on new game debug. Alright, so this is the part we want to do. I think I know why. Single player save file, player save data false. Okay, that means we're gonna redo this whole entire. Okay, let's clean up. Alright. Total new game. This is mainly used for dev build. Okay, it's mainly used for dev build. So we don't care about this guy. Alright. Now we're gonna start off with save game check. Save game check. And that is using this guy. Single player save game have character save. We don't care about the game status over here. We want to get our player preference, which is one of the key thing over here. But can we do it on awake itself? Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we want to check for save game, right? So check for saved game. In this case, what we need to do is we're going to go and call this single player save file system. Okay. So it's here. Did I change my script? Yes, I changed the script mode. Okay. Single player save file, blah 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 blah. Don't care about this guy. Start enable player pref. Save file exists. Okay. So the problem is this is done on start rather than awake. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch this to awake. Awake. Okay. So in this case, no, you know what? We don't need this guy. So okay, we don't care about use. Enable player pref, blah blah blah. Void. Now we're gonna do a save game check. And in this case, we're gonna do a bool save game check. We don't care about start in my opinion, because it doesn't really matter. All right. We want to do I want to do a void instead? No, void. Save game check on start. So we don't need you. Okay. But that if it's not enable player if it's not enable player pref, if this is default save default save game check. All right. Else, all right. So since we have done this load save game, so we want to do load game. Player pref. Okay, now what we're going to do is we want to check our player pref. This is going to be our system. And we're going to do slot and build, save, populate data, no. Void check and load is here. Void check and load. Read slot data and build. Date, no, populate, save game, load game, check save game. Okay. And in this case, what we want to do is we want to do a public bool. Check save game. So we're gonna copy this whole entire thing here. Done. So that I won't destroy the script. Okay. Have data to load. Load. Have return. We can start doing all this. Load. Load is if valid, and then we delete this guy. We just only need this. All right. Load is valid. Check save game. Boop. Okay. Now what we want to do is go to game. No. Same case goes here. Check game on start. We also want to do is bool. We want to do a public as oh no. Yeah, bool. Bool. No, just void. Enable, no, else. Okay, so what we're going to do is yes, check save game, player pref. This is going to be public void, because it's going to call this out on here. Okay, awake. If not on demo mode, so you can check. There we go. Single player data. Single player save system. Okay. Save game check. So we check for this. Save game check on start. It will load all the necessary stuff, and I have to change this as well. What if we are not using player pref? We need to do this as well. Oh no, doesn't matter. All right, doesn't matter because our player pref will populate everything. Save game check. Yeah, if everything correct, load. Okay, cool. Now the next thing is actually no. You know what? No, this is stupid. Might as well just do it right here, right now. Ooh. If so, if it's true, this is load. Else, this is new game. Yeah. Delete all. No, just delete all. Okay. This is just a game debug anyway. Okay. Demo mode, so we check. Same goes with this. All right. This is return. Okay. Else return by default it's always false. If we fail the whole entire checklist. Okay. Load JSON. This is true. Save file exists. Yeah. Need to create save file. Actually, no. automatically this creates by itself because it's safe. So and then this guy player pref load, if not create new. No, it does not create new. It doesn't automatically create new. You know what? We're gonna return this as false. Yeah, this is true. This is false because we want to save game. Yeah, if its load is true, else is false. And then when it's false, we want to also return true. This is if the save game. True, if not false. Done. Okay. All right, new game is down here. So false, we don't care about it. This whole entire thing, we just showcase new game equals true. It's just a visual flag. New game setup. Okay. Set new game. Setup new game. All right, that means this whole thing we don't need anymore. This whole thing down here. I don't know why we go through some of the things. Don't care this whole thing. Yeah. Okay. If single player is correct, then we want to check save game check even in title. So we check our flags. New game. Okay, so if either is false, we're gonna go for new game. New game setup. Else, game loaded. Whew, looks like this round of stream is a little bit longer than what I wanted, but it is important. I think I want to get this up and running. On the zone, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm in the zone. Okay, gonna let it do this, do its compilation. Okay, new game, load game. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is load. All right, loaded the collection, saved it, stop it. Oop. Make sure I'm not on new game, press play, it should load everything. Again, new game check. Why is that new game check? Oh, come on. We want to see where the new game is. Okay. Debug log. Do new game stuff. No, do load game stuff. All right, so in this case, I straight away know where the check is. All right, so I put a flag, the do new game, do no, yeah. So hopefully this works. Okay. Do load game stuff. Okay. So it says do load game stuff, and this is the part. Because load game is done on this line. Right, single player system. Okay. New game true. Okay. Doesn't matter because as long this is true, as long as one of this guy is true, we don't need to do this anymore. Save game status. No save, no. False. False. Single player. Okay, wait, hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. All right. Delete all. Let's. Hmm. Okay, let's start again. Yeah, we don't care about the do game stuff, load game. Okay, so game status, avatar level, building spot, no. Have character. That's not cool. That means we have to load the game here. And that is using the system over here. Okay, no. All right, load game. Load game. This is true or true. Just go behind here. Okay, there we go. And then we load data. And then if we delete all, we have to always set up new game. Okay. This is just the, all right, total new game. Okay. Go through everything, set up. All right, and then load. So once we load it, which means it saved the game already, right? It literally saved the game. Now, if we were to start to play the game, it should work. There we go. There we go. It worked. Finally, it worked. All right, sweet. That's it. That's it. Because here it doesn't, no save game. We want to save game, resave game. That's where we do our new game setup. New save game. Okay. I'm gonna put a question mark because I don't know why we want to do that. Because we can straight away go for down here. So that's one. Okay, cool. Now I want to do a quick little test. Make sure all the component in the game I did not break. All right, press play again. I'm gonna play the game a little bit so that we got our necessary stuff. All right, collection done, play, and it says error. Wallet, okay, no, this is if we have our wallet UI, then only we do this. Okay. Need to game over. Yeah, need to fix this first. Let's fix this. And there we go. We can end with good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night wherever you are. Have a nice day, my friends. Stay safe. Until then, I'll see you guys same time, same place, 9 p.m. PT time every Tuesday and Thursday. With that, we can end the stream. All right, cool. Moon, everything done here. We go to our island, and this part for some reason is super slow. Okay, restart. Okay, and then harvest. Okay, done. Down, left down, gain resources. All right, so menu. Oh, okay, no. Master volume. Yeah, we can fix this. We need to fix that. Back to island. All right, 59:10. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop, play again. When I load the island, it should play 9. Yeah, there we go. Done. All right, cool. That's it. That's all I have. So implementation 1, check. Now what I need to do is I'm gonna do another implementation whereby if you have some of my collection, there are gonna be extra some things pop up here and there. And that is just the Easter egg for, not Easter egg, that is for those who collect my collection. All right, that's it. That's the key thing. So yes, finally we got our first implementation to the single player game. This is going to be build number 2. Until then, for those who are watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button and help this channel grow. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Nice. Okay. Whew. Spend extra 1 more hour. Oh boy. Oh boy, indeed.